This is the Best or Worst Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Koji Steven Sakai and M. Martin Mapoma.
Welcome to episode number, I just said this, 21 of the Best and Worst Podcast. I'm Koji.
And I am Martin.
And that was funny, you did a different voice there.
I did?
Yeah, that was weird. That was good though.
I don't know. I think it's my sedate, my mind is elsewhere, but we won't talk about that.
Are you, how else is everything else going for you?
Everything else is going okay.
Yeah.
I look at it like, I'm alive, my wife's alive, my son's alive, we're all healthy.
Well,
So
after this talk, by now I'll be alive and healthy, so.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, I don't know.
Wow.
Well, because our subject matter, coronavirus.
Oh, you're saying that I was going to die.
No, I'm not saying you're going to die. Well, we all might die.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, look, I have all my supplies. They're all getting ready.
Where's your food?
Under there. Under the
Oh
table.
my God, you got cans of stuff.
Well, we'll go through this, but I'm exhausted. I was teaching last week for like 5 days for the UCLA Writers Retreat.
Yeah.
So I taught from I think it was 10 to 6 every day.
Koji normally answers his phone right away, and it went 2 or 3 days, and I knew something was up.
Oh, it's just been it's just
busy.
it's all day of just teaching students, and it was actually the best experience. I mean, I love these kids, or not kids, they're students.
Do you like teaching?
I love teaching, man. It's
That's
my
cool.
favorite thing, especially if the students are awesome.
Yeah.
And if they're into it and interested, and
that's always the best part.
Yeah. If you have people who are arguing with me or think they know more than me, it's it just saps my want to be there.
Yeah.
Or if they're not interested, a lot of my classes, I've had classes where nobody's interested, and it's just it's pulling nail, or what is the term? I forget.
Pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you because as a strength coach, and I tend to work a lot with kids.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. There's several different kinds of kids. There are the kids that are super excited to be there and they're super talented and want to learn everything, and they're the best kids to have. And I have one kid like that who's just phenomenal that way.
Yeah.
Then you have the kids who are super excited to be there, but almost little to no talent.
Yeah.
And they're still eager to work. And those kids I love too, but it's so heartbreaking when they don't get the achievements that they want to get.
Yeah.
And then you have the kids who are super talented and just don't care.
Yeah.
And they think they know everything. And then the worst, the ones who don't want to be there, have no talent and just think they know everything.
Yeah.
I actually got rid of 2 kids like that a while back, and it was, when they're excited to be there, teaching is the best thing in the world. But that's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You always get those other ones that, and the thing is though, as a strength coach, they find you. So for the most part, unless their parents are pushing them, they're excited to be there. As a teacher, these kids sign up for these courses.
Well, the UCLA one, they pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
So they self-select.
Yeah. Right.
They're paying their own money. They're still there. But it's I think that for writing, it's the thing about writing is my number one thing about writing is always that I can teach you how to write, but I can't give you the passion to write.
Yeah.
Because so much of my writing is about well, you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't be there for you to do it. I can give you the tools to get you to that point where you can start writing, but I can't actually write for you. Yeah. And I think that's the challenge.
And then they're like, "What? You can't write for me?"
No, but I think people always think it's like they could just do it, and but these students were really, really great. But let's get into our subject matter, right? Okay. So our subject is coronavirus.
Ooh, coronavirus. Where's your mask?
I have my N95 masks. But
you have what?
I have the N95 masks.
The A95?
N95.
What's that?
It's the one with the filters. So it's not just the mask, but it has the filter in it too.
Those are actually better than the other ones, right?
Yeah. Hey, look, all masks are not 100%. But these masks are a little bit better because what they especially if you have glasses on, it it doesn't fog because there's a filter in it. But the big thing about masks though is that most people don't wear them correctly, so it doesn't
exactly. That's what I read and I saw. Yeah. It's like you basically trap all the stuff in there and just keeps circulating in your mask.
Well, but if it especially gets wet, it brings like.
Where'd you buy your mask?
I bought it a while ago, about months ago.
So you saw this coming?
Yeah, well, it was in November, right, that this started happening.
Yeah, it did.
We've had food. So for food, for example, well, let's get into we'll get into kind of what we've done so far, maybe, and then we could get kind of into it a little bit. But I've always prepped for stuff, right?
You're a doomsday prepper.
I've been a doomsday prepper, but this is a little bit different because of the kind of things. But for example, like,
do you think it's serious?
I do think it's very serious. But I think the plan is always you eat from the refrigerator to the pantry, and then I have and then I have a week of then I have 2 weeks of canned food and 2 weeks of dried food. And so, I think that's like, it's good to have both, because what if the power's not working? What if what if you can't get hot water? Then dried food's like useless. Yeah. But assuming you have those, then you could use those. But canned food lasts forever, pretty much.
Yeah.
But so I have all that, and then for this one, we had to deal with things a little bit differently because of the nature of it's a disease. So we got electrolytes, like you can see the Gatorade over there.
I see that.
We have a lot more, a bunch of water. I have that big water over there, and I have a bunch of water below, and I have more water. I have more water everywhere, and then also like a bunch of cold and flu. Like when we went to Target my wife went to Target on Friday.
Was that Target, that picture?
No, that was a different one. The one from yesterday was a Japanese market that was totally empty of rice. But on Friday, it was already like all the cold and flu were gone. All the cold and flu medicine was pretty much gone. We got like a couple $100 worth of.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because the funny thing about the virus and from what they've been saying is that it affects old men.
Wow.
Old men, and that's what the I don't want to say who, but
Well, no. So okay.
Hold on, let me finish.
I'm going to correct on this whole man thing, though.
Can I tell you why? I know I want to correct you. But let me say the full statement. Let me say what I was going to say. So they were talking about it. They said that the people that are most susceptible to this is not just older men, older men with respiratory issues. Yeah. Like me, for example, with asthma. Yeah. And whatever else. But it doesn't seem to really be affecting children as much or young people. And even older women. It's mainly than older men.
Well, so the reason why these statistics are funny is because, first of all, China doesn't release all its statistics.
Yeah, but I don't think they're basing on China.
No, you're right. Totally basing on China because that's where all the numbers are.
China's not letting it down.
No, they're letting statistics out on their own terms. But the reason why, if you look at the Chinese numbers, it's because men smoke more than women of that age.
Yeah.
So basically, like, men over 55 they smoke a lot more than women. Yeah. And so that's why the numbers are all funny. So it's unclear whether it's actually males are more likely, because if you smoke a lot, then usually your respiratory or your system's compromised more than a person who doesn't at all. Generally, she'll be healthy. Like, that person will be healthier. So that's why it's like that's what's really funny about the statistics right now. Is, like, with children is definitely the case. I mean, I was joking with my son that he'll live but will die, and I think
you were joking with him about that.
Well, because I wanted him to get ready for it, but like,
for your impending death.
No, but like, end of the world. Yeah. Like, the number one thing about being at the end of the world is the will to live is the biggest thing. Yeah. So, like, I mean, you and I could move to like Mom's over here, and like just the canned food aisle, we could live 20 years. Me and you could just live 20 years. So it's usually never about food, water, or shelter, because if my neighbors died or my neighbors moved away, I could break in their house and like I have enough food for like months probably, just like taking from whatever I can, or even my house, right? But like the difference between surviving and not surviving in a world changing kind of event is the willingness to want to survive. Like, a lot of people will be like, well, it could be as simple as like, it could be as stupid as like, I don't have Facebook, right? Or it could be like, I can't work anymore, so I don't want to live. It's like, or I can't, whatever your thing is. And so I think part of what I've always wanted to teach my son was that it's like that will is like, regardless of his circumstances, like he needs to have the will to keep going on no matter what. Yeah. But anyway, the other thing about kids, right, is that it's because they have the coronavirus or something already, kind of like because they get sick so much, and they can survive more often. But yeah, the numbers from China are super funky right now, so we'll see. I mean, like, if you look at now, the numbers is like 6 dead, right? 100 cases. 8 dead down here, I think. Is it 8 dead? Yeah. So then that's higher than 2%, but that's also bullshit because I don't think we've tested enough, right? The United States hasn't tested enough. But what have you done for prepping?
Well, we have a lot of hand sanitizer. We have a lot of hand sanitizer. We also have food stored away. We have a lot of dry food. We have a lot of canned food. A lot of water. Don't have electrolytes, but I actually have those, but not in Gatorade form. I have them in different forms. I definitely have electrolytes.
What about cold and flu medicine?
Yes, we have cold and flu medicine.
A lot of it?
Well, you know what? Just by the very nature of the fact that, just watch out for me and Grayson, just, not trying to get sick. Because when you work with a lot of kids, you just get pounded by that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, the answer to your question is yes. We have cold and flu stuff. We could probably use more. Looking around your place. I'm looking around yours. And I'm like, man.
I'll give you a hint on the food and stuff. You keep it out of your house.
No, it is out of the house. Come on.
Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it? Is it in the garage? Or?
I have some in the basement. I have some all the way down in my shed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's spread out.
Well, no, it's okay to be one place. It just should be away from your house. Is the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not where they can. No. I'm a survivalist. I like to get out. It's the funny thing about the coronavirus is that there are a lot of people. I have this thing where people that have a ton of money and don't really get out in the world. When an event like this happens, when money can't buy you your life or your freedom, things tend to change. Things tend to rapidly go downhill for a lot of people. Oh yeah.
I think money's still. I mean, we've taken out a ton of cash.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about people who make money but have no survival skills. Is what I mean.
But have you taken out cash, by the way?
Huh?
You should take out cash.
Yeah, we're good.
You have good cash?
Yeah,
like on hand.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
In different denominations?
In different denominations?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like 1s, 10?
$5s,
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And gold? You have gold?
We have gold?
Yeah.
I don't have gold.
Oh, you should get gold.
You have gold?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because what if the money doesn't mean anything?
Will the gold mean anything?
Yeah. People always value gold.
They will.
Right? I mean, they'll
That's true.
be more likely to be like, hey, like say the United States goes down, right, for whatever reason, and I was like, I have a gold bar, or do you want $100 bill? And the United States government doesn't work anymore.
Gold bar.
Yeah. So, I mean,
No Federal Reserve
even
notes.
though it's stupid, gold is as meaningless as the paper cash, but people will continue to value gold because they're stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
For me personally, it's about what about protection? Do you believe in protection?
Yeah, I have gloves.
No, I'm talking about against other people.
No.
No?
Well, one of my really close friends is an arsenal weapon, so he'll come over. That's part of our plan.
Yeah, but what if he can't make it over time?
He'll make it. That's fine.
See, that's what I'm covered, big time. That happened easily 3 years ago when that knucklehead came into power.
Do you have a generator?
Yeah. Oh, you kidding me? Oh yeah.
Oh, don't use it at night?
No. Why would you use it at night?
Is yours loud or something?
We have a lot of solar stuff too. A lot of solar powered.
Oh, okay.
A lot of it is solar powered. No, it's not. It's whisper quiet. We have a lot of solar power. We have showers that are solar powered, so they have hot water.
Why do you need a shower?
Huh?
Why do you need a shower?
I just want one. If I'm gonna go into the apocalypse, I want to be clean. I don't want to be that guy who's running around with no teeth in his head, 4 years from now, and
you can brush your teeth.
all dirty. No, you know how you see in movies where they have the typical 2 years into the apocalypse, everyone's in super dirty clothes, and they're just.
Yeah, showers are more important to me.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's not that it's important, but it's
because the water would be like.
No, but there'd be several reasons why. Yeah, that's true. But there'll be several reasons. Everyone is different, though. You don't have weapons. That's crazy.
What?
You can't rely on your friend, dude.
Why not?
No way. That's.
You know how many people get shot at home, because they're
a lot of idiots.
Yeah, a lot of people. How many children die because of?
Oh, and those parents should never have had guns. No, I'm sorry. I'm not an NRA fanatic,
yeah.
But I do love guns. I just always have. And hell, I shot my brother in the leg once with a pellet gun in Africa.
A pellet gun.
We're hunting doves. The guard on the trigger was gone, but I'm like a 12-year-old kid or a 13-year-old kid, like an idiot, and popped him right in the back of the leg. He still has that pellet in his leg to this day. But we grew up around guns. I've always been around guns.
Sure.
None of my friends, ever got shot. I'm sorry, and this is just my belief, and people can, criticize me for all they want. But if a kid gets a hold of a gun at your house and blows his brains out or his friend's brains out, you are at fault.
Well, or yourself. More people kill themselves than.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.